Alright guys, I'm back. It's Tuesday afternoon. It was a beautiful 80-degree day. And unfortunately, I had to go to work. So, I finally got this all touched up, painted. I am going to put power steering box in here, but that's later. That is ready to go in. The ugly Detroit Diesel Green 305. And yes, it has a clutch on the back of it. Don't mind the rust on the back. That's the back half because they're not painted, and I'm not blasting that and getting crap up in the springs, and the other side's clean. So we're gonna get this engine in. We're gonna break it in the engine bay instead of wheeling it all the way up front and playing that game. Hook it up, unhook it. We'll just put it in here, and then when I'm done, I have to put these Z28 springs on, which I can do. No fenders. I have to lean over, no fenders, and I got the bar. And I'll just change the springs right on the car. It's pretty easy. So I went and done underneath the car today, well, this afternoon, and it's still a little tacky yet, but I'll show you right now. Let me grab a light here. It's not the prettiest thing in the world. Oh, I got paint on my light. Son of a gun, I hate that. All right, so I did paint underneath here and undercoat. I undercoated all the seams first, and then I painted, so it's not looking too bad in here. I got some touching up to do, but it is a little better. I have to get up in the frame there with the spray bomb because I couldn't turn the gun sideways unless it was completely full. But you'll see some missed spots. I got to get up in there, but you can get in there with a can. It's just semi-gloss Rust-Oleum black, so yeah, now I'm starting to see everything. Now that I'm but that's no big deal. I can touch that up at a later date. This is still curing. It's a little tacky, so it don't look bad. It's getting there. So I'm gonna try to get this engine in tonight. If not, I'll get it set in there, and maybe or maybe tomorrow. I don't know. It's kind of up in the air right now. Got a lot of stuff going on. Got my shop shoes on today. It's a nice day to have the shop shoes on. My shop flops. Yep, got my shop flops on. And here come the puppies. What are you doing? Getting in trouble? Because usually you are, punk. Little punk. Little punk. Huh. What's the matter? Your sister took your Chewy? Did your sister take your Chewy? Well, you took it from her, so you deserve it. You little punk. You're a little punk. Alright. Let's get this thing going here. Put some new motor mounts, engine mounts on this thing. Engine, not motor. It's not electric. This isn't a Tesla. 69 Chevelle, Concours Estate Tesla. No, never. Bite your tongue. Never know. Someday somebody will be replacing all these engines with motors. Uh-oh. What's going on here? Why is this thing... Uh-oh. We already have problems here. I think I have the wrong mounts. That one's way off center. It's gotta be... Oh, no wonder why. I kind of missed. It happens when you don't wear... It happens when you get old, you don't wear glasses. I'm like, wait a minute, this thing's off center. Why doesn't this thing line up? I must have the wrong ones. No. I'm just blind and I missed the hole completely. Quiet. Sure there'll be some kind of comment in the comments. All on that one. Yep. Seems like ever since I took that Woody wagon out of here, I have black ants in my shop here. I'm wondering if that thing's loaded. I'm gonna have to call Orkin to kill the ants in this place. That's the second one I've seen. Hope not. So I was on the old YouTubes today and I was investigating how to pull the engine in that 38. And transmission has to come with it. Grill has to come out, radiator has to come out. The fenders don't have to come off, so that's a good thing. So let's see, we need our ratchet. All the crazies are out today. Okay, look at that. Puke green. Puke diesel green. No less you guys are going to give me heck for putting the 305 in it, no less painting it Detroit diesel puke green. The goal is not to scratch everything up. And I don't have to go over the, what's nice is I don't have to go underneath the radiator support or grill. There we go. We are just about in the dowel pins. So I use those bolts to line up that bell housing and it helped it slide together a little better. So now we'll get the right length bolts in there and snug this down and drop this on the mounts, which we're pretty dang close. All right guys, well there she is, bolted in. Booger, the 305, the green 305. I call it Booger. I have to give it a name. Nobody likes my 305 or Mark's 307. The haters be hating. Yep. Guess what? It's better than no engine. Yep, I'll catch some flack for this, but I really don't care. You know what? It goes down the road. It will go down the road. It's better than nothing. Better than a rod hanging out the side. So, until this will have to last until I decide to put something different in here. I have an idea. Right now I don't have the funds to be doing that, you know? So, it's now about 8 o'clock and I think it's time to go in, get a shower, get some vittles, and call it a night. So, I guess tomorrow maybe we'll work on this thing again. It is bolted in. I got the rest of the bell housing bolts to put in. Some are Allen bolts. Maybe we'll slip the headers in here. Yes, I am putting headers in it. If you haven't watched my other video, yes, I'm putting headers in it. So, it's just the way it is. I'm putting headers in it. Somebody talked me into it. Actually, I talked myself into it. Because this thing's going to need all the HPs it can get. So, and I know those headers came from my Chevelle, and I know they didn't leak, and I know they were good. So, they're all painted up, ready to go in. So, all right, I am done for the night, and I will see you guys tomorrow. All right, so we're going to slip in some headers today. Yes, I am putting headers in, and I explained myself. I did get grilled on this. And supposedly I need to use my head for more than just hanging a hat. That's what I was told. I don't know. I don't know where some of these comments come from, but phew, let me tell you. There's some rough ones on there. Some of you guys are really rough. But it just makes me laugh. So I don't mind. Whatever. You know, it's kind of like Cody there on Whistling Diesels. You know, the haters may hate, but guess what? They also make the views. They also bring the algorithm. Whatever. If you don't, you know, I don't really get into it. I'm not gonna argue with somebody and call names and play dirty games because somebody doesn't like what I'm doing or whatever their problem is with me and call names. It is what it is. Not everybody can be perfect. Not everybody can have their life. So it is what it is. I'm just gonna say this once and that's it. And you know, if you have nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. But it's free speech. You can say whatever you want. You know, I may read it once and somebody may read it. You never know. It may just disappear because I have the power. Just remember that. So anyway, back to this. So there's one header hung. I have to find header gaskets. I think I have a set someplace. That was the easy side. The other side ain't so bad. I got the Z-bar out there. I got the Z-bar for the clutch out there drying. I painted it up real nice. The radiator support's ready to go, and there's just so many things to do here. My head's ready to explode. Plus, I have some yard work I want to take care of and laundry. I'm working on stupid stuff like that. You know, things I got to do. So, yeah, we're going to just plug away tonight and plug away until we can until the weekend. Nail goes up on there, it goes. Take a little finagling. Perfect. All right, I'm bringing it back down. Top side. Yeah, I think it's cigar clock and beer clock too. Oh boy, this is one of the back bolts that are gonna stink. I don't like these back bolts. Oh wow. I may have to put this, maybe not. This has got a 3/8 head. I might have to go to a 5/16 head bolt because this tube is so tight. I'll leave that on there. Let me go find a 5/16 header bolt because that back tube, these are bigger head. I think these are 1 3/4. And instead of the 1 5/8 that were in here, and I'm gonna go hunt myself down a pair of header gaskets, hopefully. All right, so I'm gonna get ready to put the radiator support on, the core support. So I got the new rubber mounts with the bolts and the washers and everything. And I'm just trying to figure out the orientation of this. And it's the bolt and the big fat washer to the bottom. And the core support sits on here, and this goes on top of that, and the nut on top. So let's get this party started. Hopefully these are the right mounts. Should be. Listed Nova and Chevelle and a bunch of others, so I think I'm good. I hope. Ah, poop. Already starting already. Okay. Fun part is doing this by herself. You know. Adapt and overcome. If not, use your head. Not just to hang a hat. You know who you are. Dang it. Thumbs today, thumbs today. All day I've been on thumbs. I don't know. Okay, one side down. And here's the ratchet I need. Whoop. Get in there. This one's going to be a bigger pain in the butt than the last one. Of course, now this thing wants to go sideways. That's my alignment. There it is. There's the wrench. Ugh. Yes. I look ridiculous doing this, but guess what? It'll get done. It will get done. Alright. Let's run this down. Hopefully. Of course, they're metric, because they're not made here. I can't reach the wrench. Ratchet now. My electric ratchet would be nice right about now. Maybe I can let go of it. Yes. All right. Phew. Let me get my ratchet. It's electric. Woogie woogie boogie. Going to snug this for now because it's got to be realigned once I get the front end all bolted together. I just want it so it holds the radiator up as I'm breaking in this engine. Well, that's it. It bottoms out. Okay. So it's got a stop on that, but I still got to move it around. So there's a shoulder on there that stops on, so you can't over tighten it and squish the rubbers out. Not bad. Like I said, it's going to have to be moved around. It'll hold the radiator, especially once you get the hoses on there and stuff. It ain't going to go nowhere. So yeah. What next? Guess I'm going to have to think about that one. A lot of stuff going on here. That doesn't seem right. Nope, nope. Is there any hose for this thing? Ah, there you go. It's actually a little short. A little bit short. Oh no, there you go. It is short. Don't! Alright, that's not going to work. So anyway, the radiator is in, as you can see. I'm going to change this crank pulley because the crank pulley, the water pump pulley I had up here was actually touching this pulley. This pulley is for a later model engine with air conditioning. This is not an air conditioning car, so I got a smaller version, just a 2 groove minus this, from actually the period correct for this car. So it's also got the pulley, the groove for the power steering. So I'm going to take that pulley off and put that other one on there. Okay, so we stopped over at Speed Seller today. Picked up us some Mr. Gasket header gaskets, some 3/8 aluminum fuel line, and I did pick myself up a starter, but I'm having a little fitment issues with the bolts, so it's hard to explain. I'll have to show it to you later. Might not work, not sure. So it was a used starter, like new but used, bolted in once, but there's something goofy with it. But we're gonna get these headers bolted up and get the gaskets on and all that stuff, and move on to the next saga. So I got these little 5/16 header bolts that I happen to have in a box. Make it for a little easier to get a wrench in on these tight corners so I don't have to dimple the headers. I don't like dimpling headers, even though it's really not going to equal that much, but it just looks nicer. So, yep. don't think I could get this in here. But we'll try. Oh, maybe so. Yeah. Nope. Wrench only, which is fine. Ta-da! Alright. Oh yeah, for those who wonder why this crappy alternator is on there, that is just for belt purposes only, wiring purposes only. It's going to get changed. There will be a pretty alternator on it. Yes. Alright, so I got the heater box cover on with the original fan back on it because I had bought a new one from the Amazonians, and you can bolt it down, but you can't bolt the cover to the firewall because I believe that's 2 5/8 deep fan, and the one they gave me was 3 1/4, so that's too wide. So it says Camaro, Nova, Chevelle, blah blah blah. And guess what? It don't fit Chevelle. They even gave you a date, but I don't remember what it was now. But I wouldn't pick something out that wouldn't work, so obviously I got something that didn't work. Yeah, you can't win. Chances you take. It was cheap. It was from GM, but it was still cheap. I'm sure it'll fit something else of mine, so I'll just have to put it back in stock because no sense sending that 10-cent thing back. So, all right. So next, I'm going to install the shocks. I won't bore you with that. I'm just going to do it. So I got some Gabriel Ultra. The company's been around a long time, so we'll throw this together, get them bolted in. Everything I get done is something I ain't got to do tomorrow or another day. So while I have the time, there we go. Alright, well, here comes the fun part. The exhaust time. Yes. All I gotta do is figure out what side is right and left and put this thing together. We're getting close. Carburetor is on the El Camino, and I have collector gaskets. In fact, I have them right here. I have an old set of Ultra Seal collector gaskets from PCA, Performance Centers of America, and I can't tell the price on them. And it doesn't say. Vintage stuff right there. Put that on eBay and probably get $100 for them. Yeah. eBay prices. Alright, let's hopefully we get these right and lefts right. I never really mark them. I'm gonna have to guess. I'm going to pull jacks up here and we will flip these over, of course. Nope. And maybe. Yeah. Maybe. Nope. That goes on that side. Okay. And the dog is over here licking the exhaust pipe. Please stop licking the exhaust pipe, please. You're weird, dog. Hey, licking the other exhaust pipe. I got broken dogs. Broken doggies. Nope. Alright, it's only go one way, so I'm gonna say that's it. Right, oh, right there. This is where it becomes fun, where you need a friend. Phone a friend, you know? But you know me, I'm too stubborn to do that. Any day now. Thank God. Holy Lord. You're gonna lick the paint right off that muffler, dog. Phew. Why, Panzer? He needs a tailpipe licker. Okay, enough about my broken dog. Alright. Let's see if these gaskets are any good. I got a feeling they're going to crack because they're very, very, very... They feel like glass. They're brittle. Very brittle. If that doesn't work, then I may have to resort to the race car trailer or a different set, if I even have them. I know I've given a bunch of sets out, so who knows. These things do harden up over time. I'm sure they got a shelf life. Everything does. Yeah, yippee-yi-yay. You fill in the rest. Or yippee-ki-yay. Yeah, that's it. Uh-huh. Yippee-ki-yay. And no. How did I end up grabbing a 5/16 nut? Must have been mixed up in the wrong bin. Wait a minute, I must have grabbed all 5/16 nuts. Jeez. I need my glasses. This ass needs glasses. I know I thought I pulled them out of this bin, but I guess I didn't. As you'll notice as you get older, your vision stinks. Don't say it'll never happen. I said it never would happen. Boy, was I wrong. And then I try to do stuff without cheaters, and I type all kinds of goofy stuff and numbers that don't exist. Oh, stop. It was the Amazon van. Maggie wants to go chase the Amazon van. Maggie, shush. Vicious dog. She weighs as much as the Amazon van. Oh, man. She's a sweetie. Alright. We'll type this down. So I'll snug it down for now. Put some tension on it. Oh. Perfect. Yeah, that's ugly. And that bugs me. Oof. Yeah, this is all going to have to be bent over here and come down, do the same thing, rotate this up. Probably have to make this whole piece. Put this muffler in this area like this one with the hanger, because look how far this is off. And then it's the axle, over axle tube goes here, because I'm going to try to get the exhaust. Now there's a notch here and a notch here. I'm going to try to put the exhaust hidden in this corner, but right here, pointed down, and hide it. And right here, turn it down. It'll be enough away from the gas tank just to hide it behind the rear wheel, so I think it'll look nice. I had my 57 that way, and it kept it under the car, and it kept it hidden, but it still sounded good, and it did what it needed to do. So, yeah, I'm not going to be able to sleep on that one, but it's just enough to get it running. So, all right, so the street lights have come on just about, and it's time for me to head in, clean this mess up, the disaster of mine, and I guess I'll catch you guys tomorrow. All right, Saturday morning, over here working on the wagon, and we have a visitor.
Hi. Welcome back.
It's Brother Mark. Welcome back.
I'm working on my crappanino.
Crappanino. Yes. Mark's got his gym bag, or his doctor's bag, or gym.
That's my food bag, man. That's my feed bag.
Yeah. So he's putting on a carburetor, and
God, I love the person who invented vacuum sealing.
Well, that was, look how old that thing is.
Yeah, I know.
But at least it's not falling out, missing parts.
It will be.
I need more coffee.
Oh no, you don't.
I just had 2 cups, so.
Oh boy.
So Mark is working on I don't know, stuff today.
Yeah, I'm just kind of doing Mark things, and when Jack fires up the booger in the.
Yeah, we may break that in today. I don't know if it'll be this episode or the next one. Plus, I have the Corvette to do. I want to try to get that running this week. So.
That's nice.
But yeah, I got to get something done on that.
I can't wait to rip this motor out and put a 307 in here.
I would put a Detroit green 305 in it.
The booger.
The booger.
The booger.
Yeah, so many people hate that engine in that color.
Yeah, you know, they can write the check for it.
Correct, exactly.
I had people were blowing me up saying, "Oh, you need to blow this car apart." Why? It don't need to be blown apart. It needs to be like scuffed, painted, put back together, and driven and enjoyed.
Yes, correct.
I'll let the next guy do it.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not going to live forever.
Nope, none of us were. We're never guaranteed tomorrow.
Well, it's not. Nobody's getting out alive.
Yeah, no, and you can't take it with you. You're only here for a visit.
Yeah, so that's why.
Death and taxes, right? Is that what they said? So anyway.
I don't even want to pay taxes anymore. That's just fun stuff.
So these are 70 wheels. And kind of a game plan is to put them on the 70 again,
Yeah,
right?
I'm thinking about it. The blue car with the big old 307.
Yes, with that monster 307.
So I'm thinking about putting these wheels on there because they'd look hot even though it's not a super sport.
No, but still, put the center cap and trim rings on there. I think that'll make that car pop.
Oh, yeah.
And put the
old aluminum slots.
On this or something with dog dish maybe.
Yeah.
Are these 14s too?
Yeah, these are 14s. These are 70 date coated, which like the 70 purist guys.
Oh God, a 70!
You can't put that on a Malibu. Yes, I can.
I can put on whatever I want just to piss you off.
They fit. I'm gonna put them on a 79 Oldsmobile.
Hey, I put Oldsmobile wheels on everything. They were like weld wheels.
It's like hot sauce. I put that on everything.
Yes. That was like I used to have Oldsmobiles, and that's all I had was Olds wheels, and they were like weld wheels. They made everything look good.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, in my opinion, but
What, the old 442 wheels?
no, the rally wheels.
Yeah, they're cool.
Yeah, they were cool. 14s, 15s, it didn't matter.
When did they come out? 67, 68, that style wheel?
I guess. I don't know. I had a set of custom made, what are they, 15 by 4s that I made. That was pretty neat. Everybody wanted those. That was back before anybody thought about narrowing wheels, I guess, you know, on a public, a regular scale, you know.
Anybody know how to put this thing on?
That's easy.
I know.
It's like putting on your sock. The right one, then the left one.
Oops.
No, you weren't supposed to put on your middle one.
I put my t-shirt on as my underwear today.
Oh, Jesus Lord. Oh, man. So the weather's not looking too promising today, but we're going to work around the raindrops. And yes, we're washing the pollen off the 68 today. But supposedly I'm supposed to go look at a rear seat.
You just want to look at a rear.
I just want to look at the rear seat for my car because I'm missing stuff and it's bothering me. So maybe we'll get this going today. Enough talking. Shut up, Mark. All right, so we got the back side of this wagon front bumper painted, cleaned up and painted. It's not in bad shape. It's better than the one I had. Hey, yeah, I know what you want to show you. Jim has been plugging away every weekend, Sunday. Don't mind the helicopters in here, but he's got the seat in his car, front seats with some covers. They just need to be tightened up a little bit. And the carpet's all in. We got to do the console, but it's coming together. He's got the door cards, but we're missing the bracket that holds the bottom or something. He's going to bring that next week. The car's registered, going to be registered this week, and it's already insured, so this thing's going to be making a rip really soon, probably next weekend, hopefully. He's going to be very surprised how good this thing runs. So I got this air cleaner, dual snorkel. I just got to clean up and paint it. But the engine's in. We put power to it, but for some reason, the neutral safety switch is not giving power to the starter. I don't know what's going on here, but everything's hooked up, but I don't know. We'll see. I got this cool tripod for my GoPro. This is actually from an 80s Sears VHS camera that my dad once had when they first come out. And now I can mount this up here and I can pan back and forth nice and smooth. Look at that. And I can do this and do that. Look at that. because I keep getting all these cheap tripods that just keep breaking, or you know, something falls on it or steps on it. And yeah, so this one gets broke, I'm gonna lose my mind. So hopefully this week we get this going, and we got some other stuff going on, not sure. So we're here today, Monday, on Brother Mark's El Camino here, and I am about to check the brakes on the front here, maybe the back, before we go ordering any parts for this, because it has no brakes, and see what's going on. So I got my impact gun ready, and we'll see what we got here. Right, Maggie? Don't be stealing the lug nuts now, alright? Wrong way. These are nice shape, these wheels. They almost look like they're new. The center of these things are still shiny, unless somebody repainted them. Oh. So good. The drums come off the hubs, which are nice. Give it a couple whacks. Ooh, liking that. Look at that. Brand new shoes. Hardware kits. Well, it looks like the wheel cylinders. Oh, they don't have any smudge behind them. All right. Let me get you guys in here. Wow. So we got some new primary and secondary shoes, new hardware, and new wheel cylinders with no junk behind them. So I'm going to check the back to make sure, because there were new hoses we noticed and some new lines. And I think somebody's been going through this. That's a weird place for a grease fitting on a tie rod end on the side. Never saw one like that. Usually they're at the bottom. These headers look, the collectors look a little rough on this thing. 90-degree boot. Never seen. I wonder if these have been replaced. Nope. You still got the rivets. All the undercoating. Look at that. It's pretty nice. All right, I'm gonna put this back together, and we're gonna go to the rear brakes and check those. This one don't look like it's going to come off too easy. Maybe. Oop. Gonna have to spray that center. Yeah, I'll spray lug nuts while I'm in it. Or lug studs. And give it a love tap. Say this is going to be promising. Really need to back off the adjusters a little. Just right there where I can just look at that, all new stuff. That's awesome. And the drums are cut too. Can't beat that. That's a win-win-win. Win. 4 wins. So, all right. I'll put this back together, and we'll get a game plan. Definitely gonna put some brake line. He said he's gonna get a brake line kit for this, and we need a master cylinder because that was locked up pretty tight. I got a little bit of brake pedal out of it, but not enough to. I wouldn't mess around with that old master. That looks like it's been painted 20 times. So, hey guys, I think I'm ready to start this thing up and break it in. I'm a little nervous right now. Flat tap of camshafts. You know how it goes. Full of water, oil, primed, vacuum leaks plugged off. Not totally timed, but it's close. Plugs are in it, wires are off the headers. Now they are. Timing lights on it. And I guess we're ready to go. I have to use a remote starter to start it because somewhere under the dash there, the clutch safety switch won't allow it to start by the key. Don't ask me why, because when I pulled the other engine out, it cranked over with that. So I must have moved something around there probably when I was taking all that excess BS out of there. So wish me luck on this. I got my beverage. I got Panzer here. He just came in. Oh, there she goes. She hates the neighbor's dog. And I got my cigar, so here we go. All right, let's go. A little more time. Not happy. something going on here. I've got a water leak. Either the hose or that bottom of that radiator's leak. I'm not sure yet. Alright, let that cool off for a bit. I think we're good. Alright. My bin is a bit full, so I gotta go up hand into my bin here. And I gotta watch out and get burnt. It's not too bad. It's hot, but I just got grease on my arm. I ain't gonna scald myself with this. Yahoo! Oh, nice and hardy. Nice and whatever you want to call it, brown. Same color as it went in. I'm sure it's got some break-in lube in there. Sounded good. Didn't sound like it was unhappy. Temperature stayed at like 180, 182. Come down. It was doing what it was supposed to be doing. That oil looks nice. So we'll see. We'll get this drained out, change the filter, some fresh oil in it, and fire back up. We'll set the timing, the final timing, set the carburetor, and the header bolts were a little on the loose side. The gaskets did shrink, but till it cools off completely, then I can check them again. I probably got almost a quarter turn out of the bolts. That's how much they shrunk. So, and if anybody wanted to know what I use for header paint, which is the best dang stuff you could ever use, it's this Rust-Oleum high heat for grills. They got it in quart cans too, if you can find it, and you could spray it through a gun. I think I reduced it with acetone maybe. As long as the headers are rusty or not rusty, but got something to adhere to, this stuff works awesome, and it doesn't burn off. I got stuff on exhaust manifolds and headers that didn't come off for years. I had to touch it up once in a while over the years, but it's been really good. So Rust-Oleum high heat paint up to 1200 degrees. So as you can see, it didn't flake off, and those were rough headers, and I did blast them, so I give them something to bite to. And you can go and touch that. Buy 2 cans if you're going to do headers. It takes a lot. So we're going to let that drain for a bit. And yes, they are header leaks. Put headers in it, they said. Yep, put headers in it, they said. Tighten the bolts down, they still leak. Mr. Gasket gaskets. And they're the cleanest header flanges you're ever going to find on a set of headers. And they still leak. I'm putting manifolds in this thing. I don't want to hear it. Yeah. Alright guys, that's going to do it for today. I gotta go finish editing this. And it is Friday night. I'm tired, it's been a long day. And that's enough. Tomorrow's another day. So I don't know what I'm gonna get into. I did find 3 doors for this. Not this one, but the other 3 with the door panels. Don't know what they're gonna cost me, but I'm waiting on an answer on that. So, and I did get a back seat, lower back seat for this thing, so I should be able to get that this week. Tweety is now registered and insured. He's going to go over here with the plates. We're taking that thing for a spin or a rip. We're going to rip the tires off that thing. So, all right, guys. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Thank you for all the comments and watching, and you know, just putting up with my antics. And Mark is been seen out in at the Englishtown swap meet today by a couple of you guys out there in YouTube land. He was well recognized. That's great. That's awesome. Brother Mark, they yelled. So, all right. Well, I'll see you guys next time. And yes, it's not green is key. She's gonna run.